Well, hello everybody. Sorry I was just a few minutes late. I had to go and get bread out of the oven. So, hello everybody, this is J.A. Marlow, and welcome to my Creating Worlds of Wonder stream. Here we play with all sorts of things creative, usually writing and art, but arts and crafts are definitely invited as well as other creative activities. My many activities include award-winning fine artist, graphic designer, and book cover designer. I'm also a digital artist, fish wrangler, Battle the Planet's mega fan, G-Force, and a serial bug murderer. Hey SM, nice to see you back. So my books can be found at all major online book retailers all across the world and are available either on the shelf or by order at your local bookstore. My popular series include The String Weavers, Salmon Run, and Redpoint One. So I can be found at my homepage at jamarlow.com, at the Forward Motion for Writers free online writing community at fmwriters.com. I'm also daily in the Forward Motion Discord chat. I'm going to put a link to that in the stream chat. There we go. I'm also on Twitter at jamarlow_sf. My Twitch channel is J.A. Marlow, YouTube channel J.A. Marlow, and you can support me at patreon.com/J.A. Marlow. So it looks like people are still filtering in. I'm not sure if Lizette's going to join us tonight. She hasn't shown up on in the Discord chat. I'm wondering if she's not feeling well tonight. I guess we'll find out. Midnight probably will not be joining us. She forgot her headphones at home, and so she can't stream us from work. But she might sneak in anyway. Oops. So is anybody working on anything special tonight or have any special goals? Go ahead and post those in the stream chat. Let us all know. If you are working on your writing and you come across a good line or two and want to share it, by all means, post that in the chat. If I like it, I'll put it up on the big screen under the guest line area. As for me personally, I am not working on new words right now. I am still working on plotting out a new series that also impacts series I'm already writing. It gets very complicated very fast. So I'm going to be going through my brainstorming and planning process. Although I have to say that each and every project is different. So what you see here is not necessarily all I'll go through, or some of the things that I won't use on other projects. Kind of just flounder my way through to see what this project needs. Every project's so different. So SM, are you working on anything tonight? How are things going over there? And by the way, did you get that snow? I'm going to put in the progress bar. Here we go. There we go. I just put April 2nd, still planning, plotting, and getting into story trouble, which is about right. So I'm pretty good. I have about 9K. So if I keep going, we'll get my 10K today. Fantastic. Oh, and no snow yet. Maybe Monday. Okay. Who knows, by then maybe the forecast will change. You never know. Oops. Alright, let me get my screen back. So last night I actually did a lot better on By planning, I figured out the basic steps that a major historical event happened, and it's an event that will directly impact this book and the multiverse that I have. Tonight I'm going to take it from where I left off. I did manage to go for a walk today, and it did shake something major loose, so I'm going to work on it tonight. So I was trying to figure out the inciting incident in the present that started the big problem. And I had, for some reason, in my head, a part of it, that it happened in the past at some point, maybe a few years, maybe a decade or two. And I realized as I was going for a walk, no, that is not what happened. All of this happened at the same time in a type of perfect storm. So with that in mind, I'm going to be looking at my planning. Let me go ahead and switch overlays. Yeah, so I'm going to be working in... How many projects do I have open? This poor Scrivener program in my computer just keep crying every time I do this. Alright, looks like I have 5 projects open. Alright, so I'm going to bring up the big one, the one where I'm merging everything. Oh, and I need to set my timer. There we go, timer is started. I need to describe perfect storm. In fact, I'm just going to call this section because it describes it so well. One thing to do is documentaries on investigations on disasters, various types, including plane disasters. And so many times it comes across that when a disaster happens, it's typically not one thing that goes wrong. It's multiple things, it's a cascade of things. And if any one of those had been different, the disaster would have never happened. And I think I'm bringing that to this. If it had been one thing, I think it would have been handled, or it would never happen. But this perfect storm just brought several moving parts together at the same time. There we go. About making some notes here. Hey, Echo. You know, I've been having problems with Twitch all night. I'm wondering if I should go check YouTube, see if it's happening there. I'm really hoping it's not me. Just in case, I turned off Starjam. Okay. Seems to have gotten a bit better. Alright. I'm gonna leave Starjam off tonight then, just in case that's the problem. It's kind of weird that the chat isn't showing up. Hold on. I'm also wondering if I'm having a problem with my restreaming service, because I'm using their chat that brings everything together, and if you see on the screen, it should be in the bottom right hand side. There's nothing there. Well, I don't want to get distracted from writing out these ideas, so I'm going to do that, and if I get stopped, I might poke at it. Okay, so I have one, let's see, two. Ash, I'm late, I'm late. Like the white rabbit of Alice in Wonderland. Yes, you are late. I just realized something. Ooh, I love it, I love it, I love it. There goes the timer. Everyone take a drink of the fluid of their hydrating fluid of their choice. I'm gonna go ahead and restart that. And by all means, if anyone is writing, wants to do some timed writing, you go ahead and use the timer for that. Basically a new idea on an aspect of what I'm already working on. Thankfully, not a new story idea. I have enough, thank you. Don't give my little creative brain any ideas, please. Boy, this is turning into, like I said, the perfect storm. Monkey apple carburetor. I don't think I want to ask. Okay, so I've got a list of 6. No, 5 different items that go wrong that are all happening at the same time. But now I'm wondering if something I had originally planned is still valid. I mean, do I need to change it? I can see scenes of it so clearly in my head, but maybe it doesn't fit anymore. Oh, the restream bot isn't posting. I don't know what is going on there. Let me, because I noticed it's not showing up here on the screen either. Let me bring up a new web page and see if I can get in there and figure out what's going on. And I know that Starjam is clear. We were having some Twitch issues earlier, and just in case that was part of it, I shut her down for the moment. Well, online it's working, but for some reason it's not doing it through Twitch. So I don't know what's going on. I have a feeling that the restreaming service that I'm using to broadcast simultaneously to various parts is having issues, because they're also the ones that have the combined chat capability. So unless I shut everything down and try to troubleshoot, I'm not going to be able to get it working tonight. And I'd really rather not do that. You know, everybody's in here for some creative time. And I'm getting some good creative stuff for this series, so... Yeah, I did it manually off of the restreaming site. Like I said, I would have to do some big troubleshooting, and I don't want to stop with the creativity right now. Yeah, so some parts are just not gonna work. Although I wouldn't mind having Star Jam back. Let me just see if we can do it without things going wonky. Oops, sorry. I bumped the microphone. There it goes. Ash is excited for Tuesday. I bet you are. Oh, there goes the timer. Everyone take a drink of the hydrating fluid of their choice. I hope everyone's getting a little creativity in tonight. Go ahead and restart that. Alright, going over to... one of the other projects that I'm merging is I need to look at the character list I had come up with. I gotta figure out more about this character. Haha, there's Star Jam. You missed the party, Ash. You went into the kitchen to save the game. The game of food? Yeah, I just put Star Jam up. I'm giving her a try. Ooh, just realized me. There you go. I think that there until looking at previous ideas as I'm putting it all together. Yeah. So I said, yeah, well, in our house, we talk about sometimes once to open the fridge period as if looking for something new. We call this habit seeing the game because clearly the fridge is our household save point. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know what has changed, but I think Jim is taking too much. I'm gonna shut her down. Sorry, Star Jam. Okay, sorry, Star Jam, I shut you down. So, what I think is happening is that I have so many big projects open. In Scrivener, because I'm doing the this merge of so many ideas and files that is taking up so many resources that is just a little too much for Star Jam to be up and running. Now I was able to have Star Jam up just fine when I had, you know, like 3 Scrivener projects open. So once I get past some of this huge planning where I'm bringing things in from 5 different Scrivener projects, I should be good to go on having everything up at once. But I think I'm just using too much resources in Scrivener itself, because some of these files are huge. Yeah, poor Star Jam. Alright, so how many people is this? Yeah, right at the moment I think there's about 2 minutes a lag. You should see her disappearing in just a moment. There she goes. There goes the timer. Everyone take a drink of their hydrating fluid of choice. There we go. Okay. Sure how one part of this works, but I know why they came in. I mean, what aspects of their personality, at least, or capabilities, at least overall. Still have a lot of details to figure out, though. I have a feeling that I will figure out a whole bunch about that on the characters as I plot out the first book. Okay. So I figured out one big part of this. The perfect storm part of it. And I gotta figure out when Jayla discovers the big secret. Alright, so let me get up one of these projects. Let's see if I can bring anything over into the merge project and get one of these big ones shut down. Okay. I can always open this again later. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one. So now I only have 4 big Scrivener projects open. At least it's better than 5 big ones, right? I already brought this over. Go ahead and put this down here. Go. Bring this over. Okay, so I can tell there's an aspect of one of this previous ideas that I'm just gonna totally scrap. It's gonna go away. And so this is the weird mutant crossover thingy. So it's got about 5 different ideas, past ideas that I'm all merging into one. It makes sense that I'd have to throw out major aspects here and there because the project cannot include absolutely all of them. They would conflict. So that's a big part of this, is doing so much thinking on what aspects to keep and which aspects that need to go away. In this case, yes, the idea needs to go away, but there's one small thing that needs to stay. So what I need to do is figure out a different way for that to happen. Use something that I'm keeping to have it happen. I'm gonna have to think about that. There goes the timer. Everyone take a drink of their hydrating fluid of choice. Go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and reset that. There we go. Oh, okay. Bring this over. Sure, I'll have to change it, but I can at least have it over. Ooh, I just had an idea of one of the characters, and I had to change where she came from anyway, and I think I know how to do that. Okay, I have a new history for her and I like it. So that works. Which is nice, because I'd like to keep that character. Oh, I had renamed this character. Okay, so I have to go back. I do need to change one name, because I have too many names that start now with the letter J. Oh, Midnight did make it after all! Yay! That's nice you could join us. I think I need to change one of the other names because I just realized I have too many names that start with the letter A. That's okay, this one name I'm not attached to. So I'm just going to put a note to it about changing it when I start getting to that point in the planning. So I have 2 names that I'll eventually need to change so far. Now I have 2 names starting with the letter K, Cade and Kier, but boy, I'm really attached to those names for those 2 characters. So I might not be changing those. We will find out. Oh, use the speaker. Well, I haven't been talking a huge amount of time, so it might be okay anyway. Oh, while you're here, let me take this off. Nah, I'm not gonna do that tonight. I've been having too many computer problems, so I'll keep that for another night as something special. Never mind. Alright, let me bring back Scrivener. There we go. I have another character that was a main character in one of these other files. And I mean major. And I kind of assumed she would be major coming back into this one, but I'm wondering if she even exists in the new Weird Mutant crossover merged thingy. Oh yeah, vary the number of syllables. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. Because unfortunately these both start with a K and they're both 4 letters. That's usually not a good combination. It's early enough in the game on the merged version. I can think about it. Maybe I'll change it. We'll see. Oh, Caden. I hadn't thought of that name. Oh, let me put a note there. Oh, there goes the timer. Everyone take a drink. Actually, I gotta refill my water. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the timer. And I'm gonna go grab water real fast. Okay, I'm back. I'm trying to decide what flavor I want. Oh, I have a kiwi strawberry. I haven't had that in ages. Alright, decision made. So while I was out there, I went ahead and took the bread out of its pan and put it in a plastic bag so it's still warm enough that it'll heat up the bag and it will condensate just a little bit and it'll soften up the crust. I also got some pineapple out of the freezer because for some reason that just sounded good for our little dessert after I'm done tonight. Oh, you got confused. You know, that's kind of bad if the writer themselves are getting confused between the two names. And by the way, when I was out there, I saw the light on under my aunt's door, which means she's still awake. She has not come out yet, though. Alright, so back to my planning. A whole bunch of this is not going to be used on that project. Alright, into this other one. Have an idea. Oh, wait a minute. I should double check one thing though, because I might have named this character. But if I don't like the name, I may have a way to alter it. Pineapple and bread sounds tasty. I've actually been thinking of, you know, how I used to make those mug cakes? I haven't made one in a while, and I was thinking that some of this pineapple I made, I think I would like to do a miniature pineapple upside down cake. Using some of this pineapple I frozen. Alright, so, where is this character name? My aunt's usually an early bird. So when she has slept well, it's not unusual for her to be up by 6, 7 a.m. I have a feeling, considering that, when I was just out a moment ago, that her light was still on, she's probably not going to get up until mid-morning, if not late morning. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Restream. Like I said, I'm not going to stop and try and figure that out at the moment. Huh, that's weird. Ash, you might want to, I'm doing it right now too. If you're on Twitch, go ahead and just refresh the page and see if it catches you up. Sure that I had another character in here. Oh, okay, I think I'm starting to find it. Oh, there goes the timer. Everyone take a drink. Oh, that's not very powerful on my side. I'm going to put more of this powder in. I should have known to put more in there. It's a pretty big water bottle that I fill up. I didn't put very much in it. Okay, I just put the rest of the little packet in. Yeah, it sometimes happens to me too. I gotta search through a 10,000 word document. Rats. Up. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna rename this character. Okay. So I have a new character. She's kind of inspired by... No, actually, she's actually inspired by two people. So the weird mutant crossover thingy that's bringing in ideas from so many different projects now has a merged character. So there's actually three characters across two different project files that I'm merging into one person. And I like the various aspects of her personality that come together in that too. I need to come up with a name though, that's what I was going to look at. No, I don't need to know that right now. I'm going to put in two of the old names. The third name I'm not interested in. And I can figure that out later because I already have two other names that I need to change. Names that I'm not attached to. And so one of these times, you know, one of these days I will get into a naming jag and I'll just have a whole bunch of naming sites and name generation sites that I know of, and I'll just come up with those names all at once. Midnight, when you say it sounds complex, are you talking about mine or the project Ash is working on? Alright, I'm gonna bring this one in. Oh, mine. Yeah, definitely. That's why I knew that this was going to be such a huge project for this month, and why I didn't want to promise a whole bunch of words for Nano. Because this is complicated, bringing all of these projects together, merging it together, and then plotting it out from there. So even for the Atlantis shifters, because this is all part of a multiverse, I just finished writing book 2, and book 2 was good to go. It moved some of the overarching plot that goes over all of the books just fine, but book 3 does not. So what planning I have for book 3 needs to be altered, but in order to do that I needed to figure out more of what was happening with this perfect storm that created this huge disaster. So once I get the weird mutant crossover thingy kind of sorted, and the events that happen into the master timeline, and I understand what happened and the basics of how it happened, then I can even go back to the Atlantis shifters. I can plot out book 3 and start writing it. Even before I start writing the actual books of the weird mutant crossover thingy. So I'm kind of stopped on several series, including the Enigma Watchers. I can't even move forward on that until I figure this out. There goes the timer. Everyone take a drink. Yeah, so once I get this figured out, I can move forward on a whole bunch of things. I had actually considered so I looked at this and my head just goes, oh man, are you seriously gonna make me figure this out? I almost put it aside and went back to the Phoenix Paladins, but you know what, that was just procrastinating from a big, you know, a whole bunch that needed to be done. So since I had already finished the Atlantis Shifters book, my head was already within this universe and this multi-universe. It was time to do it. It was time to get it done before I switched projects. Yeah, it's definitely worth taking the time. And I'm actually thinking, the Phoenix Paladins, like I said, the Weird Mutant crossover thingy is a multiverse. And I am thinking that the Phoenix Paladins, even though right now there's no connection to this big overarching disaster that's happening, it could be that that universe is in the same universal group as this one. So who knows, in the future, you know, once I figure this out, if I want some consequence of this big disaster to happen in that universe, I could do it. I'm not sure if I want to, though. I'll have to think about it. But it's a possibility. Okay, and I have two characters in this now obsolete, you know, one of the projects I'm merging. I'm actually taking two of the characters in there and merging them into one character in the new project. And doing that solves a major timeline problem. And it was a complication the story did not need. This poor story is complicated enough as it is. Back to this one. I'm not going to look to this part because that is going to totally change, and I might not even have those characters in it, and I don't want them in my head. I just thought of something. Okay, I don't know about everyone else, but Twitch just went nuts for me. I had to reload the page. I'm hoping nobody got knocked out of the stream. Boy, and I've got a major plot problem here. I just had an idea. Trying to play it in my head. As I have an issue in an area with time space. I'm wondering if I can use that to fix this problem. Okay, Twitch seems to have stabilized on my side, but it looks like a whole bunch of people got knocked out of the stream. I don't know what is going on tonight. But either the restreaming service or Twitch, or both, are having major issues. On the Twitch side, it looks like it got so bad that it's actually restarting. Yeah, it restarted the stream as down to 0. Okay, then it wasn't just me. Yeah, all of a sudden in my browser, Twitch just went nuts. Now on my side, my broadcasting software and everything was still going along just fine. There was no hiccup at all. Might be just one of those nights. There goes the timer. Everyone take a drink of their hydrating fluid of choice. Oh, I just had... Gosh. I just had an idea of how to fix this issue with this main character that I've actually had as a main character across 2 different possible... Even though they might have been by different names, across 2 different files. Now the question is, do I want to go that direction? Alright, I gotta look in this old file. Did I actually have a year that a past disaster happened? How long ago was it? Oh, I just had a thought. Alright, where'd I put that character name? Okay. I think that I figured out how to use a time-space issue happening in a specific universe to my advantage. Now the downside is that it means that a major supporting character in book 1 goes away to be replaced by another one in the books after that. But there would still be such a strong connection. I think it would just make things interesting. But it would definitely solve the timeline problem. Yeah, because the two roles could not have been... could have been filled by the same person. There goes the timer! Everyone take a drink of their hydrating fluid of choice. And I just realized I can use a capability of a technology of one of my aliens in the first book to foreshadow something that happens in another book. So I went ahead and put a note about in the order it would happen. Make sure that when I'm actually planning out the books, that it's there. And this counterpart of Jayla, one of her sisters, I've been wondering for the past few days if in the merged final project of the Weird Mutant crossover thingy, if she even exists in the current timeline. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking maybe she does not. Maybe the poor thing did actually die way back when. Well, I'll keep letting that kind of stew at the back of my brain, because I have another issue. I know that this other enemy needs to exist in some form, but I gotta figure out how this enemy expected to do what it was trying to do. I'm not sure how it expected to do that, to do what I originally planned. Alright, let me go back into this one and see if I put anything in here that might come in handy. Or at least give me an idea. Okay, nothing there. Nope, that's not it. Alright, let me do another search. Oh, did I just get an idea? Oh, Midnight's heading home. I hope you drive safe. Maybe get a few story ideas on the way home. Hello, Nova. Welcome. Are you working on anything creative tonight? think I just figured out something very important. Oh, doing fine, just chilling. Okay. Yeah, midnight. Hi and bye. Yeah, so tonight I'm actually, so I finished writing the book I was writing on in March, on the last day of March. So now I'm working on what is at the moment called the Weird Mutant Crossover thingy. It's a merging of a whole bunch of different projects and different stories that I realized were not only interconnected, but they were actually the same story. Just different aspects of the same story. So I'm trying to make sense of trying to merge all this stuff together. And I can't really plot out my next book until I get some things figured out. Oh, so Nova is currently brainstorming the first story since my hiatus. Yeah, okay. So there goes the timer. Anyone out there, go ahead and take a drink of the hydrating fluid of their choice. Okay, so Nova, your project sounds complicated too. You have a lot of brainstorming to do as well. Okay, so I got that note put in. Okay, so that part makes sense. Now to figure out if this other idea I had from this other project is something I should bring into this or not. Oh, in all honesty, it could work as one concept. I just need to figure out what kind of story to tell and who are the characters. Oh, you know, just the little things. Well, this might still work. Okay, I think I can keep that core concept. But there's a part of it that has some ramifications that I'm not sure about. How would that affect things down the line? Oh, I need to figure out if something is in there that was in the original. I'm gonna write a question to myself. And this is a very, very big question. And I have to answer this. No, it's okay. It does not exist. All right, so I'm going to scroll back up here. Yep. Okay. Okay, so I kind of did a little bit of free writing on this brainstorming, just kind of following the trail in what seems like a logical sequence. You know, if this happens, then this happens. If this happens, that means this, and so on. Now the question is, you know, sitting back and looking at it, do I like that? Is that the way I want it to go? And if not, then at what point in that stream can I change it? Yeah, it sounds like, Nova, you have some of the big decisions to make too. And depending on what you do, it affects everything downstream. Hmm. You know, I think I am going to keep this. I am going to put a note in here. Alright. Alright, there goes the timer. Everyone take a drink of the hydrating fluid of choice. So I have something that's kind of the evil bad guy thing that they're trying to fight against. And I think I figured out the reason it's doing what it's doing. But it's a case where maybe it's doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. But you know what? When it comes to antagonists in books, those are the most fun to read because you can sympathize with them a little bit. And sometimes you can sympathize with them a lot. But what they're doing is still wrong. I just realized something else about a location. Okay. And I actually like that. It gives another reason that the main character of the series is special and needs to be there at this place and time, so I'm happy with this. And I'm gonna go back to one of the old projects that I'm merging because I seem to remember just a little something that I was going to do. Let's see if I can adapt it, or it might spark a new idea. Haven't found it yet. Well, sounds like Nova's getting some ideas. Okay, so I put a note in here that wasn't an event, but more of a motivation. Let me go back here. I think this is where I had it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I'm gonna put this information in. Okay. Because I think I want to use part of that at least. But I put in the entire paragraph just in case it was the entire paragraph that is kind of sparking ideas for me now. I just realized I had brought a character in from one of these projects I'm merging, and then a character from a different project I'm merging. I'm wondering if I need to merge the two characters. They appear at different times. It's just that some of their skills are similar. Let me put a question in here. Okay, I wrote a few questions I need to answer. And I already answered this question, so I can delete that out. Hiding in plain sight. Yep. Best place to hide. Goes the timer. Okay, resetting. Alright, so I just had a brainstorm on a motivation. And to be blunt, some character angst that I really like for a main character. So these two women that I thought, well, maybe they're the same person. No, they can't be. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna go back over here to my information. I'm gonna go up to the one that appears at the very first part. And I'm gonna put a note that I may need to change what her specialty is. Okay. So I put a note in there in my keeper notes. But just realizing that they are two separate characters, and they come into the series at different times, and they're both important for various reasons, it was enough to answer enough questions for me to, yes, know that they need to be there, but that I can just now modify little portions of their personalities, but also their technical capabilities. And especially when it comes to the technical capabilities, that's so much in flux because I am still not sure exactly what's going to be needed in order to finally solve the big problem. Yeah, so I have a little bit of an idea of what their personality traits are, so as I figure out the ending solution, I can assign them different roles that just go according to who and what they are. So that works out well. So that was actually a big question answered. Okay, I just thought of two things that must be in here somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and put a note to myself. Oh, Ash is back. Welcome back, Ash. Oh, Nova, I'm thinking the main character might be a werewolf, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's a big question to answer. Ash, I forgot what I was doing before I left. I know it wasn't working on my spreadsheets. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you had actually settled on anything. Okay. Alright, so some of these ideas that I had at the end are still valid. Oh, see you later, Nova. I hope the headache goes away. Oh, I like this. I'm gonna bring that over. There goes the timer. Everyone take a drink of their hydrating fluid of choice. Okay, so I just went through. So one of the projects I had, let's see, how many books was in this puppy? I had planned out at least 8 books. And in that final book of just planning notes where I was just jotting things down, going, okay, I think these events happen in this book. I stopped doing that in this last book, and instead what I did was I started jotting ideas of going, this is a key that needs to be unlocked, and so it was like a direction to myself to go back and lay the groundwork for these keys to make what happens happen. So what I did, because I really liked some of them, and it still fits the Weird Mutant crossover thingy, so I went ahead and went through those, and anything that still applies that I still liked, I went ahead and brought over into the final notes. But that means that I can use those as a jumping off point for brainstorming. In fact, it's already given me a few ideas, so it's worked well. Oh, Ash, I'm reading an early scene, and it's kind of nice to revisit it. I know that we've talked about this sometimes in the Discord chat, that sometimes we wish that this story was already written so we could read it. The Weird Mutant crossover thingy is like that. I don't know how I'm going to pull these pieces together. It's such an interesting story. I wish I could read it right now. The problem is I've got to write it first. Oh, good, Ash, I'm glad. I'm gonna rewrite this, but I think I can use this in the ending. Okay, I just realized something. Okay, I like that. So I have some characters I know are going to be introduced in, and actually one big character that's already been introduced in the Atlantis Shifters book that will be making appearances in the Weird Mutant crossover thingy. Which makes sense because this is all a multiverse. Oh, Ash got an idea. Oh, this is kind of like last night. I'm making more forward progress than I thought I would. Okay, so that goes away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I have a character that was in 2 of these other projects that I'm merging. She's gonna go away too. Yep. I think she does. I think it would complicate things too much. I just looked up to see a snail orgy going on. And it's in the tank that I had just cleaned up, cleaned last night. Involving 4 snails. Oh, that's funny. I was not expecting that when I looked up. Okay. Oh, I do want to have that. Okay, insert. Oh, there goes the timer. Everyone take a drink. Boy, that was a quick 10 minutes. I guess I was just thinking really hard. This is a brand new scene, so I have 0 words to start with. No mathing. Congratulations! Oh, kinda. Scrivener is frozen. Must have been too long since I used it. Yikes. Okay, I just had a realization on something. Sometimes you need to have your head completely enveloped in something for you to realize that certain things mean other things that aren't obvious unless you really think about it. And I just realized it's a small thing, but I think it's going to be an important thing in a lot of little ways all the way through. And it goes along with the planning I've already done with the Chisami species, of which Kelsey Hale is one from the Stringweaver series. Oh yeah, it's just like one of these tiny details, but it's so important, and it's kind of a unifying, tying force. So I'm very pleased with this. And Ash, if you're listening, remember we were talking earlier in the stream about names, and I had 2 names that were too similar. Not only starting with the same first letter, but they were even the same number of syllables and the same number of letters. And you were suggesting maybe changing Cade to Caden. Well, I think that's worked because I'm already thinking of him as Caden. And I've even started writing that name in some of the merging notes that I've done tonight. So I think that's his name. So thank you for your help on that. Yeah. And this is a really important character. When I first came up with the name of Cade for him, it took me forever to come up with that name. So trying to come up with another name for him or for the Jitney, I was not relishing that. That's why I was going, maybe I just need to put up with it and those are their names. So I'm happy about this. Some characters are easier to rename than others. So Kenna, maybe you need to force quit the program and reopen it. Yep, it did, Ash. Definitely did. Okay, so I'll put a few more notes. I have a few more questions for myself. Okay, so with tonight's big brainstorm on how the perfect storm happens, and one of the things was brainstorming and bringing together what made it a perfect storm, what had to happen all together. That was a big thing to figure out, and a whole bunch of things cascaded into place once I did that. Finding these notes on the end of this one project, going, okay, I like, and going through that and going, yeah, I like this idea, no, not that idea, and I brought over the good ones. I think the next two things I need to do is, number one, I need to figure out how they solve the problem. And then I need to take that and these keys that I brought over, and I need to backtrack from there to go, okay, this has to happen in order for this to happen in the last book. So I'll be brainstorming backwards, almost like sometimes the mysteries, some writers for mysteries, will know who did it and how they did it, and then they can work backwards to figure out the clues and the red herrings and such. And I think that's what I need to do, is I need to figure out the end, and then I need to figure out how it gets there. Everyone take a drink. I'm going to restart the timer. So yeah, the next big thing for me is going to be figuring out how they solve the problem. Because I know, and then once I do that, because I already know how the perfect storm happened that started it all, then it's about figuring out the waypoints in between on how they figure things out, how the information and when the information comes out, and how they get the resources and the people in place for the big climax. So I almost started going, well, going through the things going, okay, I can keep this scene and bring it over. I can keep that scene and bring it over. No, I don't know that yet. Not until I figure this other part out. Sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I think I almost started doing that tonight. Yep, I need to not get ahead of myself. Midnight is back! You got home safely! I was about to ask about Sir Toady. So he has not come back, huh? You know, I'm almost feeling like I want to write a short story or a novelette about this historical event. But I don't think I would publish it regularly. I think I would make it available only to my newsletter, but only after I started publishing this series. I think right now it would give away too much information. But it would be an interesting story to tell. It would be a little different than my normal things just because, yeah, in a way it does have a happy ending. On the other hand, it has a tragic ending too. That's not typically my style. But in this case, this historical event, that's just how it played out. Part of this may be that I just want to be able to write new words again. Oh, Ash needs 103 more words. You can do it. Right now I just cannot get clear in my head how they solve this problem. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stew on this. Oh, midnight. So I had mentioned last night that I was wishing that I could go for a walk, because a lot of times if I go for a walk it shakes things loose. Well, today I did go for a walk, just as the sun was going down, when the heat was just a little more blunted. It's starting to get hot here now. And I walked, I think I said, my pedometer said 1.47 miles. And it worked, because the question I was pondering, I found an answer to. And I came home and I started writing notes on it, and then I finished writing a whole bunch of notes on it here in the stream tonight. So yay, it worked. So I'm hoping that the wind won't pick up and I can do another walk tomorrow as the sun is going down. Maybe I can shake loose this next huge question I have that I have to answer for myself before I can move forward with this merging. So yay for walking. I'm wondering if I can bring some aspect of the few characters that I know I'm going to bring in from the Atlantis shifters. How would that make a difference? Yeah, I have some new from all this merging tonight and making notes of. So I also made a notes of, like, I prefaced some paragraphs with insert, just items that I realize have to be there, as I'm thinking and going through some of my old files. And it's kind of blown out of the water the original thoughts I'd had on how this whole story arc ends. So I'm really having to go back to basics to figure this out. Oh, there goes the timer. I'm going to go ahead and reset that. Everyone take a drink of the hydrating fluid of their choice. Oh, I just thought of something else I need to make sure that I include in here. Where should I put this? Alright, where is it? I know I put another note that's related to this somewhere. Where did I put it? Got it. Right here. No rats. I went to the wrong one. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so I brought in a piece of information from one of the files and then altered it, at least partially, for the new information that I have in what I've already decided. You shouldn't laugh at the poor jellyfish. Jellyfish? Did I miss something? What jellyfish? Oh, you put the link in Discord. Okay. Huh. I just found something interesting in one of these files that I'm merging over. The question is, do I want to use it? You're welcome, Ash, although I think you did most of it. I only helped once in a while. Oh, okay. So my help, yeah, sometimes studying what someone else did, you can kind of make things click on how it works. Oh, and you're welcome on figuring out how to do the tabs. Okay, have a good night, midnight. I should be down in Discord here before too long, so hopefully we'll see you there. I just had another idea and I'm trying to figure out how to adjust it. Okay, I need to put a note in here. I need to answer another question. There goes the timer. Everyone take a drink. Oh, I'm glad it's working for you, Ash. Trying to think if Klondike or Crystal have anything to do with this particular part. I think they do. Okay. So the last two notes I made was more about concepts I want to pepper through the book's philosophies. Not bang your head over it, but it's going to be something that makes a difference, and both concepts are something I want to keep in mind when brainstorming specific events or personal motivations of some of the main supporting characters. But it's another way to tie all the books together. I'm actually very happy with that. Oh, and we did not see Zet at all tonight. I hope she's doing okay. Hopefully we'll see her tomorrow in chat. Oh, by including the one Tasian story, I've already passed my annual goal for a word count. Wow. Oh, that's right. She was having to visit real-life people today. I forgot about that. You're probably right. She had to be social. Which, yes, can be so exhausting. Okay, so this file that I'm bringing, so I have two files here. One is the information I know I'm going to be using, put relatively in the right order. And the other one is where I'm doing like free writing, asking myself questions. Like I have one about, do I want to keep or take out this? Just, I'm putting things down in there as I'm thinking about that, because there's so many moving parts of this. But the one keeper file tonight, yeah, it's up to 3,800 words. I actually added quite a bit to it tonight. And doing all that work has now officially turned my brain to mush. Right, I have a sticky note here somewhere. Where did it go? Nope, that's not it. But that one I can throw away. I have so many sticky notes all over the place here. Okay, so I found the sticky note. And yeah, nope, I'm not doing either one of those things. My brain is too mushy to do those too. Yep, so I think it's time to wind down. I'll drop down to our Discord chat, the Forward Motion Discord chat. I need to get something to eat, and to be honest, I made homemade bread. I can still smell it. And I so desperately want to cut into it. So anyone who wants to join us, I just put a link to our Discord chat in the stream chat. So I hope everyone has had a fun time being creative, despite Twitch and the restreaming service having issues tonight, because sometimes they did not want to talk to each other. As far as I can tell, the issue was not on my side, although I did reduce the graphic elements within my overlays just to make my stream smaller in size. Hopefully it'll play nice the next time. So, when will I be back? Okay, Saturday night's usually the night I take off, and I think I will take it off. I need to get into the sewing room and get started on another project. So those of you who want to enjoy seeing me have a staring contest with yet another sewing program, you can be in the Discord chat. So the next time I know that I will definitely be back on is going to be Sunday night. 11 p.m. Arizona time. And hopefully by then I will have figured out this next big part of the Weird Mutant crossover thingy. At least that's my goal. Because I really can't move forward now until I get that. And who knows what else my creative brain will come up with in the meantime as well. So this is J.A. Marlow. My books can be found at all major online book retailers all across the world and are available either on the shelf or by order at your local bookstore. My popular series include The String Weavers, which the Weird Mutant crossover thingy is related to, Salmon Run, and Redpoint One. Perfect time for the timer to go off. So I can be found at my homepage at jamarlow.com. I'm often at the Forward Motion for Writers free online writing community at fmwriters.com. As I mentioned, I'm going to drop down to the Forward Motion Discord chat after this, and of course I will be there a whole bunch tomorrow. I'm pretty much there daily. I'm on Twitter at jamarlow_SF. My Twitch channel is J.A. Marlow, YouTube channel J.A. Marlow. You can also support me at patreon.com/jamarlow. So everyone have a great day or night. Be safe, be happy, be healthy, and be creative.